Hello folks, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Farm Sim 15, 17 even, yes, steady on, right, yes, 17, and welcome back to the joy that is Mercury Farm. Yeah, still burbling a wee bit, try and keep that to a minimum if I can. So, bit of housekeeping. I may have done a bit of a species and goosed an episode, so we'll gloss over that. But the upshot of all that is you missed me blithering up and down the road, picking stuff up and taking it home, because pretty much that's what happened. So don't suppose you'll be overly distraught at that. However, bit of housekeeping. Quick look there, all gone. Now, there were two. Oh, hang on, I need. Oi! Thank you. Right turn, Clyde. There were two that I could not get. There was the one at the BGA that I had to go on cam. I could not get that for love nor money, so I don't know what's going on with that. There was another one over at the animal sales. And I could actually see that one. I could run over it, I could jump on it, I could run round it, I could run through the building behind it. But I could not pick it up. So, should you come across such a problem, out of the game entirely, into your Farm Sim folder, wherever that might be, depending on your configurations, and basically save game whatever, and then you go to your career save, and you'll see if you've got all the rest, there's just two that are remaining at 0. So what I did was I knocked them over from 0 to 1, and then I put the first two back to zeros, which gave me 2 gold nuggets in the yard. I tripped over them, ta-da, found them all, got the money. So there you are. That's a simple way out of that one. I would rather pick them up, but hey, if you can run through a nugget and it's not going to work, then well, it's not going to work. So we've back to that briefly. Apart from anything else, excuse me, this is what we were. Oh, I missed a bit. Poo. Oh well. So yes, these have all been done now. I think they're at their final fertilizing state. I think so, not 100%, but I think so. So, going to leave them to get on with it. And now what I'm going to do is work around these fields here are the grass fields, and as you can see they actually show up as needing ploughing. So, alright, okay. So that one is going to be first, and I have... Alright, where have you got to? He was meant to be on there. Really? Have you finished already? Excuse me a second. By Jove, he has. Right, okay, well that's me told. Right, so he's finished. And what I'll do is I'll do one layer of fur, and on the GCB I'm going to get some mowers on that, and we'll just start clearing these off. How much we put where, I don't know. And how much we get done before because you can see there I might have been a little adventurous with that one. That's probably a little overkill at this point, but I rarely use it, so I just thought I fancied a wee go at it, so we'll see how it goes. Anywho, we'll work our way around the grass, and hopefully by that time we'll get going on animals and what have you. We appear to have, if I go through here, appear to have one of most things, which I'm not a little surprised at. Even to the point where I've got pig food and mixed ration. So he's been quite generous and let you start with things. Yeah, he's completed the task. Right, now you'll notice I did a loop round the side, and I know that that's technically not the way to do it, but hey, let's just do that. Forwards, no. Alright, gear would be good, eh? No, still not. Why not? Really? That hard? Right, there we go now. So, yeah, I find it best to just do a run round the side. Oh, and I am going to extend these fields out because there's quite a lot of area out here we're losing. Oh, we'll see how much sense that actually makes. So, anyway, I'll go and rattle this boy now. That's a bit of a late turn. I do actually like using my mirrors. Oh, I missed that adjustable mirror mod. It was fantabulous and good too. Oh, in here. Now then. Another grass. Radio. So now we go for, we throw the drone up, honest. Not cheating in the slightest. Lob that on and see where, oh, right, okay, so I'm slightly off the G there. Now there is probably enough that he wouldn't get caught in the hedge, which, as previously demonstrated, I can cut down, but I just don't trust that their AI to be anything other than more artificial than intelligent. Well, let's try the experiment. Alright. Well, he appears to have picked that up. Right, okay. I'll leave him to... Sorry, I've got to keep cycling through. Now then, let's go spend some money. So, 70, 160, so what, 230? Now that's kind of snug. Because I think this is 230, aren't you? Yes, precisely. Okay, change attack may be called for. What about you? 80 horsepower, 190. Yeah, that's the way to go. And that boy in the front just to confiscate matters. Right, where are you? Of course you are. So, I hope we're all doing suitably well and in good form. I'm about to embark on yet another run of night shifts, but I was very, very pleased to note that one of the lads that I know his name more than anything else from Species has drifted over to have a wee nosy, which I was very pleased about, and really, really do appreciate, because I am, well, some people refer to themselves as minnows in their land of YouTube. I am but an amoeba. However enthusiastic I may be as an amoeba, I am still an amoeba. I'm quite aware of that, but it's a bit of fun. So, Reese, and I hope I've got your Reese, I should say. Well, actually, I'm not sure. To me, my first thing was, oh, that'll be Welsh then. It might not be. Alright, I'm making a right hash of this. Right, you. And then... Right, thank you. Chings. That was a lot more trouble than it needed to be. So, gears. Yeah, I do forget that despite the fact I've gone through aches and pains to get all the clutch, brake and all the rest of it working. Oops. I do forget sometimes that, especially this one, this reacts very well. The automatic is the subdivisions within a gear. Right, now McDuff. Here's the fun bit. So, do that. What? Oh, right, yes. Of course you go to that side, of course you do. Right, okay. So actually, you know what? Here's what I used to do. Right, so let's side of that tree. Radio. Gears will be good again. Right, and you pick a tree and you aim for it, pretty much. Now, it doesn't have to be a tree, it can equally be a fence post, or if there was nothing, what I used to do, especially when rolling, because sometimes you just didn't have fences, you get a fart bag with some splash of colour on it, or engineer a splash of colour, and do something similar here. Go with that one, I think, maybe. Can't actually see my previous track, so I am kind of cheating, but line up in the base of that tree. But you see what I mean, there's a huge area up there that I could take back, and I thoroughly intend to. And we go round the side. And back down to the road, albeit rather squintily, and it is quite squintly, and that is an official word. So yes, the reply from that man species in one of my comments, and yes, I do think a few modders, be they of greater or lesser report, but they all sloped off to Cattle and Crops, because I noticed when Cattle and Crops sort of got running, some of the mods that I'd been watching slowed down or just plain stopped. And also one of the first things that Cattle and Crops were very quick to get excited about was the fact that they were going to have soil that reacted to the level of moisture. And indeed that moisture had to be managed, which in no way, small way rather, reminds me of soil mod. So yes, it's not too shabby. And yes, I should be raising the, oh, I did tie it to somebody and I can't remember who. I have got a button for raise all influence, but can I remember what it was? Of course I can't. That would be too useful. Yeah, hang on, let's just have a quick nosy. That one? No. There you go, that one. Right, so we have it. Right, good. Because especially in a machine like this, you would just tie your services up, as it were. No, not quite. You just tie your services up and have them working. I've done it again, of course I have it. So, let's do that. I'm not very good at reversing with that one, so I've got enough to do loop turns. Almost. Another run I'll be able to do loop turns. Can I get another? Oh, yeah. Oh, jinx, right, okay. I was about to say, more realistic can be a bit harsh on things, but well, we're absolutely flying with that one. which is why I actually like the grasswork improved no end, because you could actually flee along with a mower like you would. Because if you get the crop suitably dry, then you really can just go like the proverbial idiot. And I can be an idiot proverbial or otherwise, to be fair. Now hopefully my steering wheel isn't making too much noise, but you hear now, that's this game doesn't actually do force feedback, which you'd be shocked to hear. But I've got it set up that the wheel does its own version, so to speak. Ooh, I've got a slide on there. Yeah. No, I need one more run there, and then I can start doing loop turns. Come on, girl. Yeah. I just love this more realistic mode. The in-game version of this, which is just anything other than speed, it's just not good at pulling. Which was levelled up JCBs. They were claimed to be a bit light on that ability, but they were still fit for a bit of work, whereas the in-game one I feel is a bit too gutless. And if you look at somebody like George Saunders, which probably most of you, especially in YouTube world, will probably not have heard of, but in the off chance that you have, he does quite a lot with GCBs, and yeah, okay, there's probably better fieldwork tractors, but for an all-rounder, and especially around my neck of the woods just now, which is sort of west central Scotland, they're a great all-rounder, absolutely a great all-rounder. There seems to be a farm nearby who has two of these, the 4000 series. They have a big mowing set up on a fen, and it's huge. It is just huge. And they have the JCBs fleeing about backwards and forwards, and that's how they get silage in. Well, I'm assuming that's what it is. Right, so there we go. Now actually I have to watch, because I find this quite therapeutic at times, and I can just drift off into my own little world. It's not terribly exciting for anybody watching, it has to be said. I am aware of that. And I am cheating because, I made a pig scene of that. The more I've got in the back, you can flip it side to side, and normally if I was starting with a lower horsepower, like 180 or something, and that's the mower I would use, because you can do like your back swaths and all that sort of carry on, i.e. the way you would normally do it. But sticking a mower on the front and just doing it up and down and rattling it, let's go about there, there, something like that I think. As soon as that may or may not be straight. What have I done? Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. Tuck that in a wee bit, I think. Now at some point I will put on either the profile or whatever a picture of the back cave, because I do get a few questions now and again, and it would be quite handy just to have it up there so people can go, oh right, that's what he's blithering on about. But yes, I call this shed of mine the back cave because, well, the tendency is for folk to call it a man cave, and well, I just didn't see that, to be honest. I thought it needed a wee bit of an update, an upgrade, so called it a bat cave. I don't suppose I'll get done for copyright anytime soon, but you don't know, they might be bored. Right. But yes, I have all my gubbinses, toys set up, and the one that I use the most in just about every game is a side panel, which is really annoying because it keeps breaking, and already the twist or Z axis is for the umpteenth time on its way out, which I'm rather peeved at since it wasn't cheap, but there you go. Apparently I game too much, because when I'm doing sim racing, as you'll see other videos on the channel, it's a very useful button box, and for looking about. Truck sim before they got the VR bit in, it's great for looking around, and you can speed the camera up so you can actually use your mirrors properly and that sort of thing. So, and having seen species with these HOTAS, I'm thinking, well, I wonder if I could work something out involving that. Because I do have an account with War Thunder, that old chestnut, which is still chugging away and bringing out new stuff, and I still fancy having a go at it, but I just, because I didn't have a stick, I couldn't get it out of the plain bit is the one that appeals to me. But without a stick, it just feels a bit awkward. And also, I was one of the many who bought into that there Star Citizen thing. Time will tell how that goes. But at the moment it certainly looks very impressive. And I know there's a lot of dubiety about it. Right, now, am I going to bother to do any more? I think, to be fair, that'll do for now. That one. That'll do for now. Cute. And we'll just, whoa, brakes. Yeah, we use brakes. Right, anybody more? Any more for any more? Right, I'll get out before him. So hopefully this guy hasn't buried himself in it. Yeah, he has. He's buried himself in a hedge. Don't let you do that. Right, Macduff, what are you doing up there? Hmm? Oh, have you, oops. Oh well, apart from that last line, we can soon sort that. And you'll be needing a refill. The one good thing about using a worker, which is why I tried to do it the first time round at least on grass, is, well, here's me totally along in hopefully a straight line, but if I look behind me, no. Okay, that's not worked. That's just not worked at all. Hey, let's do that then. Well, I've got crop destruction on, so yeah, that. And if you have a worker on, workers are magical and don't kill things. Which is kind of handy. Right, so you're needing a refill. Who's next? Now 59 and 6 are also grass, but I think we will, I don't know, I think a bit of baling might be called for. Bit of baling and perhaps even a bit of that there tedding. unless I can get one of my little placeables in play. A wee point of order, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 along here at the bottom, the left hand side. They are fields, as you've got your little markers there. These are also fields, but they seem to be common or something. Don't know. Perhaps you just give up there. But what I really intend to do is later on, once I actually get things going and we're sort of an economy, rather than just having a big lump of money and hoping it keeps going till we get money back, turn all those into one big field and well, crop it with stuff. We have all the animals over here in one little group, which I think is a great idea. Now I've already been over there and done the construction work, but yes, I have to figure out a way. Can I get across? Yes, I can. Right, so what we'll probably do, I'm going to call this shortly, but what we'll probably do is we'll get the sheep going and we'll get a few of them in, the old woolly crunchies as the man would say, and that would be a start. And bearing in mind that we have I'll just see how much area we've got here. I've got a feeder which I right, that one. This little fella here. Now I've had this for ages, but it just works. It's nothing fancy. It's not very exciting. It's very similar to what Species had on Canadian Farm or Canadian Village, whatever it was called. But this one just has, to my mind, it has nicer hitboxes, and also, apart from being quite a lot of money, you can use grass or hay. So you can do what I've just done and just throw it straight in, and that's one less preparation run you have to do. Yes, we have one of them. Right, well there you are. I think that's probably enough. I have to watch because I kind of get carried away. But we'll get in, get this knocked down, and he needs to go back and fill up. That is going to be the stock tractor at some point, and there's a poultry farm there. So up and over the hill and far away. And actually this hill might be interesting with those moors. That's probably going to prove it to be a good idea, hopefully. Anyway, for now, if you got this far, thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. Hope you appreciate the map as much as I do, because it is really nicely done. And take care, folks. See you in the next one.